Toronto police are hoping you can help them identify the driver of an SUV after a very serious hit and run involving a cyclist that happened right here at the corner of Bay and Edward Streets in the downtown core. Now, this down just over 2 weeks ago. The cyclist is still recovering from a pretty gruesome leg injury, which you will see for yourself. And today he spoke to City News about the harrowing experience.
Basically, it bent the entire back wheel. It bent the frame of the bike so hard that the entire fork just turned into the wheel.
And you went flying onto the sidewalk?
I went flying onto the sidewalk, and I slammed my head, and then the pedestrians ran over. And I've fallen on my bike before on like ice in winter, and usually people come over, and sometimes they're like, "Do you need help?" And I'm usually I limp away, and I'm like, "I'm okay." This was immediately, I realized I was hurt enough that I said, "Call 911."
Here's a snapshot of the SUV police are looking for. It was captured on a nearby security camera. According to the police report, there was a verbal confrontation. The driver allegedly repositioned his vehicle and drove toward the cyclist. The vehicle hit the cyclist and drove over the bike. Mike claims it all started when he was cut off as the SUV made a sudden left-hand turn onto Edward Street. He tells me he did approach the car and tapped on the window.
And then I saw him pulling a 3-point turn on Edward Street. So being a seasoned downtown cyclist, I thought, now I'm going to get to give him a piece of my mind.
You admit that you confronted the driver.
Oh, yeah, I did. Usually it's either, "I'm sorry, I made a mistake," or, "Screw you, Drew."
We had to sit down to do this interview because Mike suffered a big gruesome gash to his shin and bruising to his ankle. He was initially treated in hospital, but the wound became infected, making recovery time much longer than expected.
This is 16 days, and it's still looking like this.
But Mike says it could have been much worse and credits his helmet for saving his life.
When I look at the scratches on there, I think that's better than my head. I'd rather that take the impact than me. I would not be sitting here talking with you if it wasn't for the helmet.
So is this something you want other cyclists to just...
Yeah, so all the years I've worn it, I've finally proven what it can do to save your life.
Now, you can see here there's no shortage of security cameras in the immediate area. Police tell me the incident was caught on video, but from a far distance camera, and investigators were not able to identify the vehicle involved or the suspect. Now, the incident took place on Monday, March 18th, around 8:30 in the evening. If you have any information about the SUV or the driver, you're being asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers.